Welcome back, everybody. This Saturday, take steps to a healthier lifestyle and get your medical questions answered as you walk with a doc. Joining us today is Dr. Dinesh Edam with UAMS, talking about walking with a doc. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here.
Walking with the doc, we're talking about this. There's a lot more that's going to be involved in this, and this is taking place Saturday morning, this Saturday morning. You guys are going to kind of get together along with one of your colleagues and discuss diabetes and things like that. Tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, it's on July 9th at War Memorial at around 9 o'clock, and we'll be talking about diabetes, obesity, and its complications. I'll be joined by my medical student, and we both will talk for 10-15 minutes, and we'll talk about the aspects of obesity and the diseases that they cause, like diabetes, among others, and what are the ways that we can, motivate ourselves into losing weight and changing our eating habits, increasing our activity. So we'll walk for an hour that day. And then we're going to talk about some medicines and at what point bariatric surgery is indicated. So we'll cover a lot of topics that day.
Yeah, and this seems like a fantastic opportunity with someone who's just been diagnosed or has a history of this in their family, where they can get a lot of questions answered. Do you find a lot of people, once they sit down and start talking to you, that they realize there's a lot they can do rather than just turning to medications and things like that moving forward in their lives?
Oh, definitely. So this is a huge population, not just in America, but in Arkansas as such. So the obesity rates are 40 to 45% in Arkansas, and like around 10 to 15% of all the patients, they have diabetes. And these diseases are chronic diseases, lifestyle diseases, where we can change the way we eat and the activity, and then it can improve. But in some patients, they do need medications, and in extreme cases, bariatric surgery. Mm-hmm. But it's easier said than done. So what we do is we motivate them. A lot of behavioral therapy, intensive behavioral interventions are needed, and that's what I sit down and talk to my patients. And you know what? I try to eradicate these diseases rather than controlling them. So we do diabetes reversal.
Do you find that it's interesting with people when they kind of live a sedentary lifestyle, but once they get up, start moving around, whether it's just walking once a week or once a day, start with 15, 20 minutes, turns into an hour, and then they start to realize, wow, this is easy, and it is actually making me healthier, and the pounds are dropping off, and they're kind of surprised how quickly they kind of, I don't want to say get addicted to the physical activity, but really enjoy it and bring it into their lifestyle.
Definitely. Like years ago, when we were hunters and gatherers, we were walking a lot. But over the years, as our jobs have changed from manual labor to more thinking jobs and sedentary jobs, our activity has gone down. But as we walk, our brain releases endorphins, and we get that high, the dopamine high, and we like it. The more we do, our cardiovascular health improves, and then, our outlook changes, and we're greedy for more weight loss, more health. It's a positive reinforcement.
Well, and it's an enjoyable thing all around. I know when I'm physically active during the day, doing yard work, things like that, I start to look forward to it again and get up earlier to try to do a little bit more, and then I realize, wow, I'm actually feeling better throughout the entire day.
Definitely. So, even here, everybody is busy in their lives. Not everyone may have time to exercise, but I always encourage activity. Walk, do the mowing, walk the dog, keep moving around as much as you can. Everything costs energy, and you're burning. Whatever you're doing, move as much as you can.
So in other words, given our lifestyles today and our lifestyles that they used to be, it's time to drag yourself out of the man cave and get physical.
Exactly.
All right.
And also you change the diet a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay, cut down the simple sugars, increase the protein, increase fiber, and day to day for the rest of the life. And I think many diseases will stay away from you.
It catches on pretty quick once you start practicing. And Doctor, thank you very much for your time. And then this Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, War Memorial, correct?
Yes, please join me, everyone, as much as you can.
Bring your walking shoes. Doctor, thanks very much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You bet.